Josh, obviously an exciting time to be able to come out and get out in front of the fans. How exciting was it to be able to put the pads on and get out back on Beaver Stadium?
It was a good time. The guys really worked hard this spring, in and out, in the weight room, on the field, and we were just focused on going out with a blast this last practice. This last time we suited up to a camp, so it was a good time.
You specifically making the move to running back. Tell me a little bit about your transition and kind of your spring season.
It was a rather easy transition just because I've been used to running back before. That's what I played, high school and junior college. So it's been a good time. The spring has been. I've been just getting adjusted to the offense as a running back and stuff like that, blocking schemes. So it's been good. I got guys like Saquon and Andre and Mark Allen who help me out a lot. So they make it easy for me.
You one of three earning the Total Commitment Award. Tell me a little bit about kind of what that means to you.
Just total commitment means coming in every day, day in and day out with the same mindset that you're gonna give 100%. And that's really been something that pushed me this spring, just giving it all I got.
Juwan, this has been a tremendous spring season for you. But tell me a little bit about this whole spring season.
First and foremost, I just want to thank God because He's the only one that just put me in this position, has been keep me driving in this atmosphere in this spring. And for the most part, it's just me focusing on what I need to focus on, like whether it's like routes or anything. Just the mainly thing for me this whole spring was just focus, and that's what I worked on, and that's what I'll continue to work on.
Tell me a little bit about kind of getting comfortable with guys like Trace McSorley and Tommy Stevens. What have you learned from them in terms of developing your guys' relationship this spring?
Knowing that they have confidence in me. Before, I lacked confidence, and that's why I probably wasn't on the field. But now I have a lot of confidence when I go up against the defense, and they have confidence in me. So I have to make plays for them and to make this offense successful.
And now here in Beaver Stadium, it was nice to have the fans in the stadium. What was that feeling like today?
It was amazing. These fans are tremendous, and there's nothing more I can say. I'm in a loss of words, and just to perform the best that we could today with the conditions that we had. It was fun.
How much fun did you have out there today?
I had a lot of fun, from winter workouts to all spring ball. This is the closure moment. So just going out there and competing, white versus blue, blue versus white. My teammates I've been competing against all spring, so it was just fun to just come out there and just compete and fly around and make plays.
A lot of competition this spring season. Tell me a little bit about, who's been challenging in you and who's been kind of helping you to get better.
Well, I made this switch from safety to linebacker, so I think Koa Farmer, at that same position, he's been real influential in me and impactful and helping me and just making me a better football player. IQ, just learning the position. He's helped me grow as a player, so I think that's someone who's really helped me come along.
Koa Farmer, also somebody who's making that transition from safety to linebacker. Is there anything specifically that maybe he told you about, making things in that transition a little bit easier?
Just little things like we're both fast, and the thing about playing linebacker, you got to be physical all the time. So being that physical mindset and just learn how to be a linebacker, because I never played linebacker before and he didn't either. So when I made the flip, he just gave me like little tips and little things to help me out.
How much momentum does, a successful spring game like this, give you guys heading into, summer conditioning and then training camp?
A lot of momentum, obviously what happened last year, winning the Big Ten championship and just competing. And we have a lot of confidence. We have a lot of depth right now. So we're competing from 1s and 2s and 3s. So this momentum is going to carry in the summer workouts and then in the fall camp.
We love, bringing the show to Beaver Stadium, and it's fun running out the tunnel, and it's a great atmosphere in Beaver Stadium. There's nothing comparable to Beaver Stadium, and that's what I love about it.
A little bit earlier, I was talking to Jarvis, and he was talking about kind of making that move from safety to linebacker, and talking a little bit about how much you've been helping him along. What have you seen from him, and how have you seen him grow into the position?
Yeah, but guys think that coming from safety to linebacker is an easy transition. It's really not. It's a lot more physical. I think Jarvis, that's exactly what he's doing. He's playing a lot more physical. He's playing lower, and he's playing fast. Jarvis is a guy that runs 4.4. He's fast, so I think that's what he's bringing to the linebacker unit.
And for you, not a new position move, but something that you've been, really working at. How much better did you feel this spring, and kind of where did you see yourself grow?
I think I grew as far as knowing the Sam position, kind of taking more of a professional approach, knowing the tendencies of Sam, knowing the techniques of Sam, knowing what Sam expects me to do. And I think I took more of my IQ for the Sam position is a lot higher is what I'm trying to say.
How good did it feel to get out in front of the fans, and what was working for you today?
Ultimately it was just fun to come out, have a good time, and put on a show for the fans. But ultimately, the best part of my day was just coming out, working hard with some of my best friends, and I had a good time.
This whole spring season, Coach Franklin has really talked about, how you've really taken a step forward. Tell me a little bit about, kind of your growth this spring season and where you've seen yourself grow the most.
I guess I would say where I've grown the most. It's kind of a difficult question. I mean, there wasn't necessarily one aspect of my game that I've been trying to improve. I just tried to come in, work as hard as I could, grow, and in ways from the quarterback room, just learn, from everybody in there, everybody involved, and I think I've had a good spring, but there's obviously rooms to improve. So.
Tell me about, maybe some of your connections with, maybe some of your receivers and guys like Jonathan Holland too. How has that developed over this season, and what have you seen from them in terms of their growth?
I think, like you said, Jonathan Holland's had a great spring. He's come in, he's worked his tail off, and he's, taken a different approach this spring than maybe he has in the past. And I think, he's maturing. He's growing up, and not just to single him out because there's, a number of guys, but I'm really excited for his future and what he's going to do to help us win some games this year.
How much more confident and comfortable do you feel kind of another year in this offensive scheme, year two being able to refine and not necessarily install?
Mm-hmm. I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, my past 2 spring balls, I've been, learning a new offense. And so to come in and actually know the offense before we start spring ball, I think it's not just helped me, but it's helped everybody involved. I think, not just necessarily me, but the entire offense feels, more comfortable. And ultimately, we're growing, and in year 2, hopefully, is more successful than we were in year 1. I've got a lot of confidence in that.